It's so sad to witness that he don't got his grandmother. You feel me? So it's like, for you to talk about somebody baby eyes being far apart, it's okay.
Sean, sweetheart, I was not clowning your child, my grandchild. It's time to just say what it is so that you can stop being embarrassed and harboring that. Tag me, I'm not seeing about no baby. I don't give a I'm 99 years old. No, none of that. That is no longer my grandbaby.
The first thing you gotta understand is this. Karlissa just dropped a heavy claim about baby Junior's health, and she's saying that the reason he's struggling today goes way back to what she alleges Chrisean was doing while pregnant. This new stuff she's talking about is way darker than anything she's ever put out before. And the whole situation blew up right after Chrisean went on live threatening Blueface again, right when he got released and started blasting everybody online. Chrisean fired back, saying things that had the whole internet watching every second. Every time Chrisean and Blueface start going back and forth online, Karlissa usually jumps in. But this time, she didn't just clap back. She said she made a federal call, claiming what Chrisean said counts as a terrorist threat. But this is where everything flipped in a totally different direction. While responding to the threats, Karlissa suddenly hinted that Junior's medical situation might not be random at all, and the comment she left had fans sitting straight up.
Said she drank, and because I hear the cry and I see what y'all see, I do feel like there could be some type of neurological problem. You did nothing! You watched her. You watched her because you were scared she was in control of the.
Karlissa said she believes Junior might have neurological issues, and she tied it directly to what she alleges Chrisean was doing during pregnancy. Then she added something even heavier, something she never said publicly like this before. She claimed that Chrisean's own friend allegedly watched her using substances while pregnant and never stopped her. That comment alone had people shocked. This wasn't some word on the street rumor. This came straight out of Karissa's own mouth while she was responding to fans asking why Junior looks delayed, why he cries differently, and why his development seems off. Fans were already asking questions, and her dropping this made everything explode online. And don't forget, Chrisean herself once said on live months ago that she didn't care about being pregnant because she could still smoke and drink. So, when Karlissa repeated that and connected it to Junior's condition, fans started lining up all the dots they've been seeing for a whole year. But things get even darker right here. Online leaks on Reddit claim that people around Chrisean were allegedly told that Junior has medical issues to stop CPS from checking in. And one woman even said Rock told staff he was mentally slow, so nobody would call the police when things seemed off. If any of that is true, then the story Karlissa is telling lines up a little too well. Before we even dive deeper into what she's accusing Chrisean of doing while pregnant, we need to talk about the live stream moment that pushed Karlissa over the edge. That moment is what set up the heartbreaking confession about Junior's health. So here's what happened. Before Karlissa made those comments about Junior maybe needing a helmet, there was an event clip that went viral where Chrisean reached out and tried to touch Journey. And the second her hand went out, Karlissa snapped back, telling her to back off. That moment had the internet buzzing instantly. That wasn't just a quick reaction. Anyone could see that was a grandma who's been holding her tongue for too long and finally hit her limit. Fans pointed out that Karlissa didn't even want Journey sipping after Blueface if Rock touched anything first, like she was trying to protect every little detail. But here's the part most people missed the first time.
Shoot him in the face. That's what I want to do.
Karlissa later said she wasn't even mad about what happened in that clip. The part that bothered her was what she said afterward. Why would they let Jaden's kids around this weird girl in the first place? For her, it wasn't about the hand. It was about the pattern. Because as soon as that clip of her blocking Chrisean's hand dropped, everything after that started lining up exactly with the things she's been hinting at for months. And once that clip went viral, she brought the pregnancy up again out of nowhere. That's when people realized she wasn't even thinking about Journey in that moment. She was thinking about Junior. Her whole vibe switched instantly. She wasn't being petty, she wasn't being playful, she wasn't even being messy. She sounded scared, like something had been bothering her for a long time. But here's where it gets even heavier. Right after blocking Rock from touching Jay, she low-key hinted that the demon situation shouldn't even be around her own kid. Now, Karlissa talks wild sometimes, we all know that. But this time, she followed it up with something way deeper. She started talking directly about Junior's cry and his behavior. She said that based on how he cries and what people online have been pointing out, something neurological might be going on. Then she dropped this line right here. "I'm prepared to get my matching helmet with my baby. If you need a helmet," and you could hear the emotion in it. This wasn't shade. This wasn't beef. This was a grandmother saying something feels wrong, and if something is wrong, she's stepping in immediately. But now it gets messy fast. Because the moment she brought up neurological problems, fans instantly remembered that old live stream where Cian said she didn't care about drinking while pregnant. And once people reconnected that, they started digging deeper and ended up finding something way worse. One fan claimed Karlissa told them she had lunch with CPS. That alone set the internet off. A whole Reddit thread popped up, and someone in that thread said they knew an employee at HQLA who claimed that Chrisean was telling staff that Junior was mentally slow, not physically struggling, mentally slow. And if you're keeping track, that lines up with the helmet comment, the neurological worry, the cry she pointed out, and the friend allegedly watching her use substances during pregnancy.
Even her dad asked her dad. Her dad tried to give her some Gatorade that he drank off of. No, I'm gonna give her her own Gatorade. Now, if you wanna do that when I'm not here, that's on you. But I don't let her drink after grown people either. I don't care who it is. I don't let her drink after grown people.
This is the first time all 4 pieces lined up in public like this, and the picture started looking way more serious. But before we break down exactly what Karlissa says Rock was doing while pregnant, we gotta talk about the moment everything turned ugly. The moment Rock told Blueface she couldn't wait to visit his grave. That was the moment that finally pushed Karlissa to expose everything she's been holding in for months. And the way she reacted told people she's been sitting on this info for a long time. Before Karlissa went public with those pregnancy claims, everything boiled over because of one live stream. The live stream where Cian didn't just argue. She went straight into violent talk. This was after Blueface clowned her on the 20 vs. 1 show and started talking about Junior not being in her custody. Cian snapped and said, "I want to shoot him in the face. I can't wait until me and my son visit his grave. Blue gonna kill me, but he's gonna die first." And look, everyone knows Chrisean sometimes says wild things, but this was different. This wasn't shade. This wasn't petty drama. This was a direct, verbal threat about visiting Blueface's grave with her child. That's when Karlissa stepped in instantly. Not on Instagram Live this time. She said she made a federal call because what Chrisean said wasn't trash talk. It was a terroristic threat. So when people asked why Karlissa reacted so aggressively, that's when she finally opened up about Junior's condition and why she doesn't think those threats came from a stable headspace. And here's where things started spiraling even more. Right after that federal call comment, she dropped another line fans caught immediately. "I'm prepared to go get my matching helmet with the baby if he need a helmet." She wasn't being sarcastic. She wasn't trolling. She sounded like a mother who already sees where this situation is going, and she's preparing for it. And now, here's where everything clicks together. She didn't just blame Blueface this time, she pointed straight at Rock's pregnancy behavior too. Because while that clip of Rock making that grave threat was flying all over the internet,
I'm prepared to go get my matching helmet with my baby if he need it. They all just get their tubes tied, because I really don't think none of them should be nobody's mama.
Karlissa brought up that old comment again. The one where Rock admitted she didn't care about being pregnant because she could still drink and smoke. People pulled that clip up instantly, and it started circling all over again. And that's the exact same comment Karlissa referenced when fans asked why Junior's development seemed delayed. This is where everything finally cracked open for real. As fans started connecting the pregnancy clip with the helmet comment, someone dropped a tweet claiming, "Christine is exploiting her son to gain sympathy money and donations from the few fans she has left, using it to fuel her drug habit and her lifestyle of running around and chasing men." That tweet sent the whole conversation in a totally different direction. Suddenly, none of this was funny anymore. Fans weren't arguing about drama. They were asking real questions like, is this baby getting medical help? Is somebody covering up how serious it really is? And why is Junior always with someone else? That's when old receipts started resurfacing again, including the ones where Blueface accused Rock of missing medical appointments. When Junior needed hernia surgery, Blueface even showed his baby's hernia online, claiming Rock kept missing the surgery appointments. Karlissa defended him, saying it wasn't illegal to show the photo and that Rock should have turned it into a learning experience instead of a fight. So now the situation had everything stacked on top of each other. Violent threats, pregnancy allegations, substance claims, talk about missed medical care, whispers about the baby being called mentally slow, and Karissa's federal complaint on top of it all. This was way past regular internet drama. But before breaking down the pregnancy substance allegation Karlissa finally spelled out, we gotta walk through the moment that convinced fans there might actually be truth behind it. The lunch with CPS that Karlissa mentioned. That's when everything started tying together, and this is the part Karlissa pushed publicly for the very first time. She said one of Kian's own friends allegedly watched her using substances while pregnant and didn't step in to help that baby. That one line made everybody freeze, because that's when fans realized Karlissa wasn't just being messy. She was connecting pieces she's been hinting at for months. She was basically saying Junior's medical problems might not be random at all. And once she opened that door, she didn't close it. Because right after bringing up the substances, she brought up the thing that's been hanging over this whole situation since 2023. Rock living in hotels, missing medical appointments, and not giving consistent care the way people expected. And just to show how deep this history goes, Karlissa already said before that Rock should get her tubes tied. She straight up said Rock was not worthy to be a mother.
Everyone's talking about how Blueface posted the photo of his son's genitals on social media, but he took the photo down. I mean, as a mom, what did you think of him doing that?
I don't think there's anything illegal, because when I looked it up, whoever posted the video, I don't feel like it's illegal because it's a...
She said Blueface's family has nothing to do with her. She didn't hold anything back then, and she definitely isn't holding back now. And remember, last year she even claimed Diddy tried to recruit her. So when she pushed all that old drama aside and focused strictly on Junior, fans knew this wasn't clout chasing anymore. This was coming from something she's been seeing behind closed doors, and she finally decided to speak on it. Because in the same breath she exposed the pregnancy behavior, she also pointed out something people totally missed. She said she was ready to go get a helmet with him. Not for him, with him. That's not shade at all. That's a grandmother saying, if this baby needs therapy, medical help, or support, I'm showing up right next to him. That comment hit different. At this point, Karlissa isn't just dragging Chrisean like the internet always accuses her of doing. She's laying out a timeline, piece by piece, of things she believes had real consequences. The alleged substance use during pregnancy, the missed medical appointments, the hotel-to-hotel lifestyle, the delayed development signs, the mental problems claim Rock allegedly told staff, the helmet talk, the fall off the bed, the live stream threats, the federal call, the CPS conversations. Every single moment stacks on top of the next like a chain reaction. And while some fans think Karlissa is dramatic or messy, others are saying she might be the only person calling out things that everybody else is too scared to touch. Because the possibility she's pointing to is serious. Junior's condition might not just be physical, it might be neurological. And that's the question fans keep repeating, the one nobody wants to answer out loud. If Junior really does have medical needs, then who is stepping up for him? Because right now, the loudest voice fighting for him seems to be the person the internet argues with the most. And that's wild. And the craziest part? We might not even be close to the worst of it yet. There are still court cases happening behind the scenes. There are still CPS whispers floating around. There are still medical appointments the public doesn't know anything about. So yeah, this story, it's nowhere near finished.